Let me say good morning to both of you.
Rich, good morning.
How are you both doing? You'll have to forgive me. I'm losing my voice, and what a horrible thing to do in this business, and possibly in you and Catherine's business as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you get better.
Yeah, well, Kat's had some voice issues over the last few years, too, so she knows what it's like. Most singers know what it's like.
It's great to talk to you. I know the album is coming out, Christmas Songs. It's coming out in a few weeks, coming out on the 25th. And I know you guys are all about, the classics and everything. And you're so right, David. I know that you've talked about that. But how do you, oh my gosh, there's so many great Christmas songs. How do you narrow it down which ones are actually going to make your album and which ones you say, okay, we're going to kick this to the curb for now?
Well, it's not as complicated a process as people might think. It's not very sophisticated. It's just kind of organic. Basically, me sitting around the piano and Kat standing there, and we go, hey, do you want to try Winter Wonderland? And what key? And then we find the key, and then she sings it, and then she goes,
and it either pops off of you're out of your voice, or it doesn't, and you kind of move to the next song.
Yeah, so you basically realize pretty quickly whether it works or not, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, and then it also depends if I happen to come up with a clever way of playing the song, like on the spot, that it might inspire both of us to drill down further and see if it's one that can work. But there's so many great songs, like you say, to pick from. You can't really go wrong at Christmas as long as you stay true to those, 30 or 40 songs that everybody knows and loves.
I got to tell you, too, did I read correctly? Is this your first Christmas album as a singer, David?
Well, as an artist, no, it's not actually. I did a Christmas album in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Where I was the artist.
Okay.
And I had guest artists like Natalie Cole and Tom Jones and Celine Dion.
Isn't that where you're very famous?
That's where my Carol of the Bells came from, yeah.
So popular.
Okay, I could have sworn I read that. I'm so sorry. Speaking of the 90s, if we can go back to 1990, I got to say thank you, David, for Grown Up Christmas List. Oh my gosh, it is one of my all-time favorites. I
agree.
Yeah, you like that one too, Kat?
Yes, I love that song. And David always talks about how everyone wants to sort of just hear Christmas classics. Most of the time, we don't want to hear like some new songs that somebody comes out with talking about the fireplace and the Christmas tree. But David wrote Grown Up Christmas List. How long ago was that?
Probably almost 30 years.
30 years ago, and it's become a classic in my mind. So, every once in a while, someone comes up with a clever one, and it really sticks.
Yeah, no kidding. Katharine, best bit of advice that David has given you in the studio. What is the best thing or best bit of advice, maybe? Not like you need any because your voice is just so eloquent and pure and beautiful.
Well, thanks. Probably very simple. Sing the melody.
Okay.
It's do less. Don't riff so much. Keep it simple.
How about the most...
I think that the public can only absorb so much, altering from the melody, especially at Christmas. Like, you don't want to hear the Christmas song and you can't recognize the melody. You want to hear the melody. So I like to just temper the quote-unquote licks that people do.
Yeah, okay. What about this one, Kat? Most beautiful thing that he has said to you outside of the studio?
Most beautiful thing that I don't know, that I'm a great mom.
Your relationship is just so beautiful. Like, you're a great mom. Okay. All right. I like that. Listen, I got to tell you too, with your little one, I've got a son who is just about 6 months older than your son. So how excited are you for Christmas now that he's approaching 2 years old, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. So for you this year, this is going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Rennie is loving the energy of having people in the house. We have my mom here and a friend here. My mom's having a birthday party this weekend, so it's not a Christmas thing, but he's starting to really sense energy and when people are excited. So the wonderment, being able to see it through his eyes, is going to be really fun. He won't entirely get it. I've been trying to show him some images of Santa Claus and whatnot, but it's still going to be really fun.
It's the last year, Rich, though, where we can wrap up a mop, and he'll open it and get just as excited as if it was a toy truck.
If I have any presents.
Wrap up a mop. Does your son have a...
Yeah, it's all about the unwrapping.
Of course. Does your son have a favorite Christmas song on this album?
Probably Jingle Bell Rock. That's the only one that's available.
That's that's the single now. Okay. Well, listen, it is out. It is titled Christmas Songs. It's out on the 25th digitally. You can download it on the 25th. You can get your physical copies a week later. We're really excited about that. I mean, when you've got Katharine McPhee and David Foster together, you just can't go wrong. Listen, I know I need to let you go real quickly, though, for both of you. And you can't say the other person. Kat, you can't say David. David, you can't say Kat. If you could just relax and enjoy a Christmas concert from anyone else, living or dead, who would it be?
Does it have to be a singer, or can it be like any kind of concert?
What? Yeah, you give it to me.
I'd love to see, like, what's his name? Dave Chappelle, like, in some holiday special.
I was not expecting that. What about you, David?
I would probably, at this point, I don't know. I'd love to. You know what? I'd love to see Marvin Gaye in concert.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
In a Christmas concert, that would be phenomenal to me because I know he would have put great spins on those songs.
Well, listen, all the best on the tour. An early Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and everything. And the album, like I said, can't wait to hear the entire thing on the 25th.
Thank you.
It is so great talking to you.
Thanks,
Katharine, too, I got to tell you, your imitation of Celine Dion, I absolutely love it, okay?
Thank you.
You guys take care, okay?
All right, you take care of your voice, buddy.
All right.